Hey, you guys. Okay, so I wanted to make a new updated video for teaching you about Instagram. So if you've seen in the past, I have an older one that teaches some of the older methods, and y'all know social media changes all the time. So it's time to update. Okay, so if you are just getting started with Instagram, this will be great for you. Also, if you've been using Instagram a while and you haven't really used it for business, this will be great for you as well. Okay, so let's get started. So now I use an iPhone. Android users, some of these apps will be different for you, okay? But I'll teach you with iPhone because that's what I use. So first of all, I have my Instagram here, okay? And then I have what's called Captivate right here. These are the apps, okay? Uh-oh, come back. Captivate, okay? So Captivate is used for growing your followers. If you have an iPhone, Captivate is what is currently the easiest and fastest way to grow your followers, okay? Then we use Cleaner right next to it, okay? Cleaner and Captivate come from the same company. That's why they look alike. Cleaner there, Cleaner gets rid of people that do not follow you back. So Captivate, you load it with people that you want to try and grow your followers from. Cleaner gets rid of the people that choose not to follow you back because you don't need to follow them if they're not going to follow you. Does that make sense? Okay. And then, so there's Facebook, Messenger. Okay, here's Pick, Tap, Go. I use this to edit, my pictures. Okay, then here's Word Swag right here. This is for putting words on top of your pictures. You can also layer with this app as well. So like if you ever see a picture of us and it has like a promotion right here in this empty space next to me, you know, and it's my picture like a selfie. And then right here would be something on the picture. We've used Word Swag to layer this on top of the selfie. Does that make sense? Okay. Here is Perfect 365. If you don't know about this app, when I don't have makeup on and I need some makeup on, that's the go-to app for that, Perfect 365. Facetune, I use this as well. Okay, now there's a few apps that are like this one, but Facetune is like if you have a zit and you want to get rid of it. If you don't like the way you look in a certain picture, you can edit it that way. What else? Let me think. Do I use it for? You can just move things around on the picture. So like the other day I was wearing a dress, okay, and for some reason the way I was standing, the dress looked like it went down kind of far, even though it didn't in real life. Okay. In the picture, it looked like I was being scandalous. So I put my picture in Facetune and I touched the hem of my shirt and I just moved it up. And it looked totally like normal. So that's a fun app that I feel like is very helpful. So you know that Instagram is a lot about pictures, okay? So using these different apps can help you make your pictures improve. If you're not a photographer like me, I don't know nothing about taking pictures. I just take some and try to make them look as good as I can, right? So having the right apps can totally help you now. So let's start out with Instagram. Okay, so this is my Instagram here. When I got started, telling me about show me the money. Okay. I only had a few hundred followers. Okay. So not very many. So you can start with nothing, no Instagram at all. Or you can start with a few hundred followers and grow from there. That's what I've chosen to do. Anyhow, so right now I'm at that 13,000, but here's the important part. I want you to notice that the followers, the people following me, is 13,500, okay? And then who I'm following right now is 6,158 people. So this number here is bigger than this number here, which makes me, for one, not look like a creeper. If you're following a whole ton of people, no one's following you back, that tells people, people that you're trying to grow your followers with, they're going to look at that and go, oh, people don't want to follow you. They must not be interested in what you do or what you post on social media. Okay, so that's why it's important to have who's following you be a higher number than who you're following. Okay. Now, Something that is really important for growing your business on Instagram and on Facebook too, is using Insta stories, okay? Or your Facebook stories. And that is, see this rainbow around my profile picture? That tells you that I have something in my Insta story. So you click there, okay? And then now I've been posting for a while today, so you'll see there's lots of pictures, but this started 22 hours ago. Something funny, okay? And then this is about the distributor deal. This is my story about my business. Okay, keep going, inviting them to join. Okay. These are all in my Insta story. Okay, these are products. This is just something funny just because I like funny stuff. Interactive, okay? Christmas cash. Okay, so you can put before and afters in there. You can feel free to post about your business. There's not really rules on what you put in your Insta story. The main thing is that you're posting in there throughout the day. Every time you post in your Insta story, okay, you bump to the front of the line for your followers. When they click the home screen, okay, these are all the people I follow, and these are their Insta stories. If Alyssa Charisse right here posts in her Insta story the next time she does, it's going to move her to the front of my line right here. So when I open my Instagram, it suggests me to look at hers first because she has posted the most recent. Does that make sense? So that's why it's important. And you can, steal people's stuff and post it in your Insta story, just like you can for your wall. If you're wanting to if you see somebody have a good Insta story that you want to take, you can screenshot, okay? And then when you go to post in your Insta story, it'll be right here. Boop. And then you can just send it and post it, okay? So that's that. Okay, so posting in there is going to hit more people. Right now, it favors this. So when you look in my Insta story, 230 people have seen this funny post, okay, at the moment. And depending on what time of day you post in there can affect how many views you have. But if you go, say, right this moment to my wall, this picture, only 14 people have seen it so far. Does that make sense? That's why it's important to be using your Insta story, okay? Now, this is going to keep populating more people because here's on my wall, this was 117 people have seen this picture. So the longer it stays on your wall, this is your wall, okay? The longer it has the chance to be seen over time. But if you're using your Insta story, you're going to get hundreds of people seeing this, okay? Something to remember about Instagram and Facebook, social media in general. The peak time for social media is bedtime. So think 10 o'clock at night. Okay, all the people that have kids, let's say, all their kids are in bed. They get in bed. What do? They check their Facebook or their Instagram and scroll through before they go to bed. Okay, think about college students. They stay up a whole heck of a lot later than I do. But where are they? They're on social media at nighttime, okay? So when you post at nighttime, say around 10 o'clock, whatever time zone you're in, that post you put up is probably going to be seen the most, including if you do it in your Insta story as well, okay? So when I post the before and after on my wall, I did this one the other night. It was at like 10:30 or 11 at night. Okay, I was up working, and before I went to sleep, I was like, let me just put up a before and after on my Instagram. This is my wall, not my story. Okay, and 118 people saw this, and 14 people commented, and I signed people from it. Okay, now let me say this. I had someone ask the other day, how do you get people to respond to your posts? If you've not yet done Instagram or you've been doing it and you don't feel like you're having success with it, it's not because you're not good at it, okay? So let's remove that. You're good at signing both loyal customers and distributors. It just takes some figuring out, that's all, okay? You don't want to have too many before and afters on your Instagram wall, okay? Because people are not going to follow you. They're not going to like it. They're not going to respond. You do not want to have advertisements on your Instagram wall. What I mean by that is like word swag things that say, buy my wraps for $25 or join me now or anything like that, okay? Nothing like that. But here's my suggestion. Some people do this differently, okay? This is just how I'm doing it. If I don't post anything about products on my Instagram, I sign less people. For me personally, that's how it works, okay? I just don't post too many of them. So this is about my girls. This is about my business. This is about my business. Can you see these pictures here? Okay. This is a before and after. Okay. This is about my business. This was just about my family. Business, just about my girls, just about Nova. This is about my business. This is about Keto Coffee. This is about the cleanse. Okay. But you can see in there, you've just got to have a mix of this isn't talking about the business. This isn't talking about the business. These two aren't talking about the business. So people know who I am a little bit, okay? They're not just getting slammed with business posts and product posts because then they're not going to care. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking about my girls going to their school fall festival, and then I'm talking about, volunteering and going to the fire department, and we went on an adventure out in the desert the other day, then people go, oh, she's a mom. She has kids. She has a family. She volunteers at her school. And I do a business. And I have products that work. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you've got to look at your Instagram and go, what does it say about me as a person? Does it only say it works? Because that's not who you are. Who you are is a college student, a mom, a sister, a wife, a friend, whatever, dog mom, all the things you are, okay? You want your Instagram to show that as well, okay? And then what you say under your pictures, for instance, this is just a selfie that Stacy took of me on our diamond retreat the other day. But what I talk about is my business, okay? Does that make sense? So this picture should not be like, bam, I know it works. Sometimes it can. Okay, but your wording is where you share about your business and your products. Mixing in a before and after every now and then is great. It shows people that what you're selling does work, So that's that there. This is Keto Coffee. This is Keto Coffee. This is me signing people. Working my business from my phone is a great way to show people what you do. You see that there? And then you're talking about your business. So showing people what you do, who you are, and then sharing about your business and your products and your wording is really how you build a successful business through social media. And Facebook too. Facebook's a little different. You can be a little bit more forward on Facebook. It's just a different platform, okay? Facebook's for wording. And you can be a little more forward. Instagram is really more for pictures. So, okay, as far as how many times a day to be posting, it used to be that we posted a little more often on our wall because we did not have Insta Story. Okay, so now on your wall, you're posting about 3 times a day. Product, business, life post. Ideally, that's what you would shoot for every day. Okay, now some days are going to be off. Like for instance, yesterday was Sunday. Sundays are real busy for our family. Maybe for your family, I don't know. So for instance, yesterday, that was the only post I put up. But today, I've posted a picture of me and Stacy talking about the business, a picture of my girls, not talking as much about the business, but a little tiny hint of it in there. Okay, and then I'll do a product post later. Okay, so 3 times a day on your wall. And I'm probably not going to put up another before and after for a little bit on my wall because I've got this one here, this one here. So when people go to follow you or decide if they want to follow you, they're going to look at your first 9 squares typically. This right here. So you want your first 9 squares on your wall to say something about you, something about your business, something about your products, but you don't want it to be like it works just barfed all over your screen, okay? Okay. Now, where you can put all your other posts is in your Insta story, okay? Using polls, using things that are interactive, something funny. People just like, these are not filler posts. These are intentional interaction posts, okay? I think puns are hysterical. So this is a punny story or a punny picture. Andrew's being silly walking by the window. Okay, about my business, my story. Tell your story, okay? You're gonna tell your story in your wording on your wall under your pictures, but in your Insta story is where you can be a little more forward, okay? Tell your story in here. Tell people where you're going. If you're just getting started in your business and you haven't, promoted or hit any bonuses or anything like that, you are going somewhere with this business, and that's what you tell people. I'm going to earn a $500 bonus. I'm going to earn a $1,000 bonus. I'm going to buy a new car because of this business. I'm going to be able to pay for my girls to go to dance because of this business. You know what I mean? Those kind of posts. So you can say things like that in your social media. Okay. Okay. So something else that is good to do is, I'm going to try to pause it on here. In your Insta story is using polls. I can't tell if you can read this or not. Right here's a poll. Okay. And then hashtags are good as well. Okay. Now that only works if your account is public, not private. But that helps with interaction as well. You want people to touch your pictures, touch your Insta story, vote on something silly, get a laugh, something to interact, and then mix in your business and products at the same time, okay? Okay, so let's talk about your profile. Your profile is up here at the top. Oh, the sun is changing. Let's see if you can see. Uh-oh. It's the evening time. There we go. Okay. So this part right here is your profile. Okay. They have what's called highlights here, and you can categorize, like do different categories. And then as you post in your Insta story, if you want to say save one of those that people can refer to quickly, you can make highlight folders right here. It's kind of an organizational thing. So for instance, I have a folder that says, what's in my Insta story right now? My story, okay? See, I have a folder that says my story right here. I'm not sure if you can read this or not, but my story, okay. What I could do is go into my Insta story, and I could go to where it starts my story, okay? And then here at the bottom, there's a heart, and it says highlight. I could click highlight and choose which folder, which it would be the My Story folder, and it would save these Insta stories into that folder. Now remember, when you put something in Insta story, it's only there for 24 hours, and then your followers can't see it anymore, but you can. You can always access it. If you want them to be able to access it, then that's where you use highlights. Okay, so then if they go to highlights, here is my story. They can click through all my Insta stories that I have saved for them to access. Does that make sense? And just click through and read them all. Okay, so as many categories as you want. Mine's like my story, music, because Andrew and I like to do music. Nova. Okay, I have one for each of my girls. There's Nova, Perry. Oh, shopping, like to shop my products. Leo, house, and join. I need my glasses on. I've been looking at my phone all day. Okay, so those are those highlights there. If you want to make a cover for them, all you do is just decide what you'd want your cover to be, post it in your Insta story right here, okay? And then you go and you highlight it, okay? So if this is what I want my cover to be, pretend, on my highlights, I would click the little heart that says highlight and save it to the folder, and then you can edit the folder cover, okay? And then so right now, mine are all like a neutral pink, like all shades of neutrals. But you can just change them like for whatever season it is, or Sometimes mine are sparkles or whatever. It's just kind of fun. It's just another way to interact and show your personality and a way to connect with people. People then know I like the color pink because I use pink all the time. You know, okay, so let's talk about these other parts of your profile. Right here, this is where you tell people who you are. Like, what about you? Like, if I'm going to come follow you, what do you want me to know about you? So right now mine says Kelly Brown, my name. And then it says Texas to Nevada. Like I have little emojis because I just recently moved from Texas to Nevada. Okay. It says Jesus and coffee because I love both Jesus and I love coffee. It says mama of three because, and with three little bows, meaning I have three little girls. And it says full-time family because my husband and I are at home. We do this business and we are a full-time family. We don't work outside the home. We just do this business. So I don't say anything about it works up there because I want people to follow me and then I'm giving them the business and the products at the same time. That makes sense? If it says Kelly Brown and it's all It Works distributor, then my chances of reaching more people are a little bit less because they're going to go, well, I don't want to just come to you and buy it. Just see, It Works stuff all the time. Makes sense? So that's why I do that. What I added today, I just did this today. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to tell you because you're going to see it and wonder what it is. Right here, it says Linktree / and my Instagram handle _ Kelly Brown. What you can do, again, if you're just getting started, this is not something you need to worry about, but I'm just showing you some options, okay? So let me click it this way so I can pull it up here, okay? It has my Instagram picture and my handle _ it says @ Kelly Brown, okay? And then what I did was I took links from my website and I put them here for, now, those of y'all just getting started, we carry over 40 different health, weight loss, and beauty products, okay, made with natural ingredients. You don't have to post about all 40, okay? I just choose to post about the ones that we use the most in our house and the ones I feel like I connect with people on the easiest or the most, okay? So I set up Linktree. It's a free app, okay? And you can put it on your Instagram. And what you can do is set it up. It's so easy. It took me like 5 minutes. This button here is keto coffee. This one is the chocolate greens. I'm trying to read backwards. This is 2-day natural cleanse. Quit going to sleep. This is hair growth supplement for the hair, skin, and nails. This is a button that says all products right here. And then the next one says about It Works Global and my story. The next one says how to make money with this business. And the last one says join me. Each button you click takes you to somewhere else. So I post a lot about the keto coffee personally on my Instagram and in my Insta story. So if you click keto coffee, okay, it's going to automatically take them to my personal website. So not to the It Works regular website, my website, okay? And it takes them right to the keto coffee. They add to cart and check out. Cool? Without having to explain everything. So that is a pretty cool option if you want to do that, okay? So there's that, and I can make a video just for teaching the Linktree if you want to know that too, okay? So let me see what else I can tell you. So many cool things you can do on Instagram. Something I will say is that Instagram is made for strangers. It's made for connecting with strangers, okay? Facebook is typically more like warm market, people you know in real life, or you ever play the game 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? I'm terrible at that game. But where like somebody's connected to so-and-so, connected to so-and-so, connected to so-and-so. That's how Facebook works, okay? Instagram is more like, I don't know you, but we like kind of the same things. I'll follow you. Kind of like that. Okay. How to use the different apps that we talked about there are videos for all of these on the team page, but they're pretty simple. If you are wanting to work on Instagram or on Facebook, on social media in general, there are 4 things that you have to do, okay, every day to be successful. You have to post every single day, every day on your wall and in your Insta story, okay? You have to grow your followers every single day. You need to follow new people. Not everyone will follow you back, okay? That's just how it works. Totally fine. You have to message people, okay? So asking people if they're interested, and then you follow up. And that's how you will sign people. If you are running out of people to ask, if people are not responding, if they are, if you're not getting traction, my first guess would be you're not growing your followers, because that's the easiest one to forget. Okay, got to grow those followers. The more people that see what you're doing, the higher the chances you are that you'll sign someone. The fresher the fish, the faster the catch. How do you like that? Fresher the fish, the faster the catch. Meaning your newest people that follow you are typically the fastest to respond to your posts and to jump in with you. That's why it's important to keep growing your followers. Here's the other thing I'll say. Do not be afraid of social media. Don't be afraid of Instagram. It is not weird, okay? I was like, who goes out and just talks to strangers? It's not weird. That's normal here. And you'll find strangers are really nice, okay? If you get someone that responds to you in a negative way, here's what I say. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. I have that one on my wall. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. Okay? In my 3.5 years, it's been less than 10 people for sure that have responded in a negative way that, I wouldn't like. Typically, people are nice. As long as you're posting pictures that include your life in it, people will not get irritated by you doing this business. I get lots of people that will respond to my asking them if they're interested, and they'll say, no, but I really like following you because I like seeing pictures of you and your girls and following your story. I'm like, sweet, great. I like having friends too. And eventually those people come around, okay? So using those apps will help you. Don't be afraid of it. Get out there, follow some people, post every day, message, grow those followers every single day. If you are using an Android, there is not Captivate for Android. I've heard of maybe an app or 2 that will help you. Other than that, you can manually follow people. And really what you do is just go to a boutique on Instagram. Just type boutique and they pop up. And follow people. Click follow. Okay. As far as being public or private, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I've done both. What I'm finding right now, here's what I'm doing. You'll see me be public, and then when I'm trying to grow my followers and I'm using Captivate, and I really want my numbers to change, I will switch to private to follow people, and then I will weed through and only accept real people, not spam accounts or men or anybody I don't want following me. And then I'll switch back to public. So I'll go private for following, back to public, then back to private for following, back to public, back to private for following. And that's working for me. So, or you can stay private the whole time. If you feel unsafe, it's a great way to be safe, and you'll be A-okay, because you don't have to let anyone follow you that you don't want following you. Okay. If you want to be public, hashtags are your friend. You can get discovered easier. I get people messaging me when I'm public because they can find me. If you're private, people can't find you unless they follow you. Okay, so there's plus and minuses to either one. When I'm public, if there's somebody that tries to follow me and I don't want them following me, or they message me and I don't like it, I just block them immediately. They can never find you again. So you're totally okay. Okay? Okay, any questions? I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching.